What's up, everybody? First off, I want to apologize for this tremendously tacky setup, but welcome to the Daily Hate Show. So, this show, just to give a little bit about what the show is about, like, it's gonna be a lot of reactions to stuff. This one's a little bit more serious, I guess, if you want to call it that. I guess it's playing behind me or whatever. It was the quote-unquote racist comments that was made to Luka Doncic. And I kind of just want to piggyback off of what the guys were saying on TNT. Kenny, Shaq, Ernie, and Charles. I think that America is a little late on putting a microscope on racism, because it's always been a microscope on racism, but there's never been a resolution. And I know this is a conversation that's going to have several different layers, so I kind of want to have a presence of mind to not get too carried away. In this particular case, for people that may be offended by what Harrell said, I want to say, save yourself the time and the mind space and the energy to not even dedicate into feeding into something like that, especially when Harrell was being a man and being responsible for what he said due to the heightened sensitivity of the current climate with racism and you know, just all these things. So I wouldn't feed into that. He didn't already did everything that he needed to do to take care of that and get rid of that situation. So it should be completely disregarded. Now, I don't know who plays sports, if you did or if you didn't, but whatever sports you play, especially contact sports and something to where it's like, you know, you have one-on-one matchups and all this stuff like that, things are said all the time. You know, and you want to use psychological warfare to your benefit to win. I think in this case, it wasn't no psychological warfare. I think maybe just emotions was running high and he said what he said. And to me, that's okay on the battlefield. You know, I don't think on the battlefield, the whole goal is to win the war. And I don't think people really waste time on what was said, because it's way more gruesome. You know what I mean? And I might be getting away from it. Forgive me if I do. But, you know, it doesn't matter, because Luka could have said some crazy stuff too. And I know if he did say some crazy stuff, it would have been a microscope on it, and they probably would have tried to blow it out of proportion. Like, imagine if Luka would have said, my bad, y'all. That's that lunch alarm. If he would have said some crazy stuff, you know, it would have had a microscope on it, and people would have, you know, dragged his name through the ground. But, you know, I would say leave it to the players to speak on how they feel about it. It's they venue, you know what I mean? Sportscasting, commentating, and everything else, people are always going to have their opinion of what they want to have their opinion about. Opinions ain't going to never stop. If anything, we're getting opinions in the influx due to our social medias and, you know, all the things that we have accessible to us. So I wouldn't feed into that. I think I would get the opinions of the people that actually play the game, and if it offends them, or people that have played the game, if it offends them. If it don't offend them, then nothing needs to be done about it, because that's a, you know, in-house situation, and it should be dealt with that way, and it should be dealt with in between those individuals, and it shouldn't have a whole bunch of other people from different things that has nothing related to sports to speak on the situation, because you're going to ultimately get into a situation where you're policing something so much that it just takes the passion, and it takes the fun, and it takes the competition. It might just take everything out of it, you know. Just let some stuff be raw, you know what I mean? It's just like when somebody freestyle, you know. It's off the top of their mind, and that's the art form. Let them do that. I hope I didn't hold y'all too long. Enjoy your day. Hate.